Hey, hello, and welcome back to Good Knit Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen. Turn with the volume. Hey, I am so glad you're here today. Today is another weekly release of my broadcast on Facebook Live. I am at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live on our Good Knit Kisses page. And welcome to you. Welcome to the replay if you're joining me, whether it's on Facebook or it's on YouTube. I'm so glad that you're here. Most people, of course, do join on the replay. If you want to catch me there, you got to go to facebook.com/goodknitkisses YouTube. Got to spell it all out. I know, as long. It's worth it though. We have fun. Like friends every day. I am so glad to see you. As you guys pop on, I'd love to say hello. So tell me hello if you want to tell me where you're from and what's your favorite part of knitting or crochet or loom knitting. I would love to hear it. Some of you are like, don't tell the other craft that I like them more. No, pick your favorite. Excuse me. I have a cough and a cold or whatever. I have been sick, so if I sound crappy, I do. I have been sick since last week, and I'm so glad that I got some of my videos done because I don't sound like this. So please pray for me, good thoughts, so that I can make some more videos for you because I have several lined up. So I'm glad that you're jumping on. Hello everyone. Again, this is Kristen at Good Knit Kisses. Hey Summer, I see you jumping on. Hey Joanne. Hey Lexi, Brandy. Hi Allison. Christine Mercado. Yeah, and she saw, or Mercado. You say potato, I say Mercado. She saw the clue. I saw a note from her yesterday or early in the wee hours. She saw the clue for this week, which is beautiful. It is so cool. Susan, good morning. She's working on the brioche. All right. The brioche accent cowl. Lexi says, just finished clue number 2 on the loom this morning. Excited for 3. You know, the loom knitters are really, really coming out proud. It's so nice on the loom, right? Like it's coming out. I'm telling you, today's clue, has anyone see the needle clue today for clue 3? It's really nice. I really like it. And loom knitters are in for a treat because it's super easy. And I think you're going to be having a new popular stitch. Your new favorite stitch is coming up. So, yeah. Excuse me while I cough. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I did want to broadcast because we do have this stitch along and I do not want to miss telling you guys about it. Hey, Lexi, you have finished clue 3 on the loom. That is our clue 2 and you're ready for clue 3. That's awesome. If you have not checked ahead, we're going to have a link. If Joanne doesn't have it already in there, I may have missed it. But today is clue 3 and we have notes for loom knitting at the very bottom. So you've got all the needle notes and then the loom notes on there. Get yourself over to goodknitkisses.com. And the first blog today, if you're watching it right now, the first blog today is for this clue number 3. And we'll have the link in the description below and you'll be able to click on over there. Pardon me for any noises in my neighborhood this morning. Let's see. We got some early morning riser mowers out here. Hey, Mindy Buttons, I see you. Hello, hello. Hi, Carol. She's jumping on for Good Knit Kisses. Oh, thank you so much. Feel better, sweetie. I appreciate it. Oh, Christine says, clue 3 looks awesome. I am so excited about it. I'm not even kidding. Hey, Tanisha. Hey, Diana. And Susan. Oh, Susan says she's starting now. Gail, already working at Kristen. Gail, look at you. I like the way you're working. You're illuminating. No doubt, baby. Oh my gosh. I'm so old school. LL Cool J. I'm just, I hike up part of my pant leg. Thank you, Lexi, for the get wells and feel betters. Hey, Elizabeth. I see you, Steve Elizabeth, but Elizabeth, and I got it now. I'm not sure I'm going to forget that thing again. Yeah. She's Joanne. Hey, Tina. She says, I've seen what clue looks like over with Mikey. Yeah. So today released clue 3. There it is now in the description. I see that link popping through. Joanne says, I'm pretty giddy about Clue 3 stitch pattern. I love it. I love it too. I want to show you a small piece. I'm not sure. I can't show you the big one. I really want to show y'all, but I've already got, I've got it in such a way I can't show you the big piece. But, of course, you get to see that on the video. So please go to the video. The video is on YouTube, and you can check it out there. It's also, you can check out it out in the blog, which is really great. So now when we release a video, we're trying to release a blog as well, and you'll have all that information right there at your fingertips, and you can just watch it right from goodknitkisses.com. So if you'll mark your homepage to Good Knit Kisses, you'll be surprised. Just open up your box and see what all goodies are on there. By the way, if you haven't been on Good Knit Kisses in a long time, please be sure and check it out. I'd love for you to spend a little more time there. Go to the search bar, type in a keyword. We specifically made it to where it only checks our site. It's not Googling anything else, and you're going to get a whole lot of whatever I've got that I can give you on that keyword, and you know, try out a couple other keywords or phrases just to make sure you didn't miss something. But there's a ton of information there. You can also comment, and you can like hit the little heart button and like stuff. We love hearts and loves around here, don't we? So be sure and check that out. I'd love for you to comment and chat in some of those, okay? So if you are joining us on the stitch along, be sure and comment. Also, there will be a giveaway coming. Ha ha ha. Yes, there will be. Oh, yes. And there will be more information about it next Monday. If I get more information this week, I'll start getting the hints out to you about what we're doing. There's details coming. So anyway, you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. So yeah, and you'll have plenty of time to get your entries in. But yeah, go ahead and start going on over that blog. I would love it. Yeah, so let's see. Elizabeth says, I tried to talk to Steve into jumping in the bandwagon. Not happening. He'll cuddle up in whatever you make. How's that? Hey, Allison. So I'm not sure what the clue thing is about. Can someone please clue me in, right? Oh, she didn't say it like that. I did. I will explain. We are having a mystery stitch along. We know it's a blanket. It's being made with Bernat blanket, the stuff behind my head. Now, other people are making it with some other yarns too, so feel free to jump along. We're working with Joanne's. Joanne's has fantastic colors and yarns out there, and you can get them online, obviously, or in the store. But there is a page called it's Joanne's Bernat Blanket Stitch Along page, and it's on Facebook, and you can go and check out the videos and the links, but also you can check out my blog. I'd love for you to go to my blog because I have all the stuff specific to actually knitting on there. And if you want to loom knit it or needle knit it, I've got all the information on my blog. And then I also have my video up online, but it'll have the link to go directly to download your clue pattern for that week to make one part of this blanket. So each week a new clue is released. You don't want to do them out of order. You could do week 1 and 2 out of order. That's fine. And and then get to 3. I'd like you to get 1 and 2 first, because especially if you're learning, those are really great ones for learning. And then this week is, of course, clue 3, and there's 6 weeks in this, so you're only halfway, and I'm not even till the end of the week are you halfway. So you've still got plenty of time to jump on and do this thing. In fact, if you're ambitious, you could get clues 1, 2, and 3 done this week. So, or at least 1, 2, and part of 3. So, I hope that helps you, Allison. Give me a little heart smack on there if that helps. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Oh, Gail says, you rock, Kristen. I'm also working on your boomerang. Oh, yeah, speaking of the boomerang, do y'all see it? Oh my gosh, I have a mess of stuff behind me. Woo, look at that. All right, so this is a Step It Up knit shawl, and this is a boomerang. Whee! And this came out, this is a good segue too, before I do the demo on the clue. This is a good segue real quick to tell you I'm working on the loom version of this. I'll be filming it this week. Pray for my voice and I'll film it. So this is the needle version. It's a free pattern from yarn, it's a free pattern, and I will get you all the information on that. We have links to, you can also see that in the blog. And but today I want to talk about clue number 3 on the loom. So let me get my iPad out and my notes. I want to show you this. Let me get current on all my my notes here. Hey, Kathy. I'm just zooming along to say hey. Okay, your mom is joining the Stitch Along and start on Saturday. It's never too late to start. Yeah, way to go, Joanne's mom. Okay. Oh my gosh, I almost snort laughed because I don't feel well and my throat is like, hey Monica, and you got to see that as as you jumped on. All right, I'm getting my stuff ready. Okay, let me flip the camera. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I just coughed right into the microphone. Okay, Step It Up Knit Shawl link. Thank you so much for that link there. Okay, so this is clue number 3. Now it's kind of sideways in this picture, but you can see all these stitches. Isn't this cool? I wish I could like get the big sample out and show you, but here's a good picture that we have. So this is clue number 3. It's not knit that way. Okay, it's running this direction, so you got to turn it. So this is clue 3, and then if you need a recap, there's links to go to the other ones, and then we talk about it through here. And then down here on the page, this is the link that she's got included, is notes for loom knitters. Whew, we're on week 3 of the Stitch Along, and you may not realize it, but it's much easier than the needles on clue 2. The knit one below stitch is easy to work on the loom, but it takes skill and concentration to work on the needles. But you got to enjoy that, not so much, not so bad as the needle knitters, because it was super easy on the loom. So what's even easier is this week, and we're working with 2 colors, yes, at the same time. So we're now working in 2 colors, and you are going to get another break. So look at this stitch here. Now I've gone ahead and knit up the first couple of rows so you can see it coming through, but this is what the stitch looks like as it comes through on the loom. Look at this. What do you guys think of that? It's so cool, right? Look at that. And it has a lot of really cool application. It has this really neat woven effect, but I mean, it's not woven, but it has that look. Really cool and structured. And then this is taking up, it's on a 48 peg loom, and this is 43 stitches here. So you can do the entire panel on this loom. And of course, if you're using a different yarn and gauge, you know, change your loom to make it appropriate. What you need to do, the first thing for loom knitters need to know, is when you cast on, you want to cast on to where you end up here, so that you're going to be working back to the left for row 1. So I start here and I work my way back here, boop, or you can start wrapping here and wrap all the way back and then knit over, and then you're ready to start again. So we've already started that. I've already done the first row repeats a couple of times so that it can be in here and established. The back of it has this cool little sort of dappled light effect, you know. It's kind of a neat little texture on the back here. So it's got a series of yarn overs, and they're just being held in the back here. They're not really long, and so they have this cool effect, for lack of a better word. And so we want to start on row 1. It is a four row repeat. It's a slip stitch tweed right here. You're making 1 strip this week. We are casting on contrast A, which is my dark gray, and 43 stitches. And then row 1 with A, what we do is we will knit 3, and then we'll begin our asterisk section, which is slip 1, knit 3. So really, you're just skipping it. You're pulling it behind the pegs, and then you knit 3, and then you knit to the end of the row. And then when we come back, we're going to be purling those same stitches, so, and skipping the other ones. It's really simple. And then we'll work row C, knit 1. So we're working from the right to the left, and we'll knit 1, picking up with C, which is our lighter color. This I think this was sand or almond, and we'll will be knitting 1 and then slipping 1 and then knitting 3. So we'll see how that works. And then you pick up knitting on the back end of it. So you do have to, I'm sorry, you pick up purling. So you do have to purl on this every other row. That would be the wrong side row on needles. Okay, so when I grab my new yarn, I'm just going to pick it up from the bottom so that it twists this, and then I work with my first stitch. So I'm just U-knitting. Okay, so I'm just going to take my yarn and I'm going to wrap it around, and I'm just going to knit 3 for row 1. Knit 1, 2. Okay, and notice right here, like there's a dark yarn here, and you skip 3 and there's another dark yarn, skip 3, another dark yarn. Okay, when I knit this one, it's going to remain dark. So this is my second one, 2, 3. Okay, and now this one right here is the lighter yarn. I'm just going to put my work in the back, and then I'm going to go in front of the next one and knit this one. So that's 1, 2. Notice this one here is dark and it stays dark. And 3. See that? So now we've got a 1, 2, 3. Okay, then a blank. That's the slip. And then a 1, 2, 3. And then now we're going to do that again. We're going to skip it or slip it. And then knit 1, 2, 3. That's it. So we are going to continue along that line. I'm so sorry. I'm just coughing at y'all. Let me move this. And, all right, so let me scoot in because, oh, sorry. Oh, stop. I'm trying to get you guys in my, it's not, I'm having a technical difficulty. Okay. So we're going to slip and knit 3, 1, 2, 3, slip, 1, 2, 3, slip, 1, 2, 3. So when I say slip, you see me go to the back. We're not slipping with the yarn in front. We're not picking it up and doing anything like that. So it's just like a dance. It's like the waltz, which we're just like skip 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you notice, every other, let's see, let me show you. So now you see that there's 1, 2, 3 in gray, and then this one is this sand kind of color right here, right? So that gets left alone. We continue to leave that alone all the way to the end. 2, 3, and skip that. 1, 2, 3. And so you see how 43 stitches will work out. Knitting 3, skipping 1, repeat to the end, and the last 3 stitches are knit. Now we come back and we are purl 1, 2, 3. So these are the same thing as before. So purl 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. Just so you, and then we skip, we come back to the back here, and now we begin our repeat again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, go on the back. Same thing. Really simple, right? You guys like this? Comment if you have what you think about this. You think so far it's simple enough to do? So we've got clue number 3 here on the loom. And if you've been watching in the last few broadcasts, last week we did a demo on clue number 2. And the week before we did a demo on clue number 1. And it is not too late to join us. The loom knitters are doing real well. And it's really nice because this yarn can be very consistent on the loom. It's your stitches aren't getting pulled quite so much. If you are using a smaller gauge yarn, you need to change the loom you're using, unless you have like a kiss loom, which is an adjustable gauge, and then in which case you want to remove some washers or make sure that you're in the right loom for that. All right, we are halfway here. I wanted you to see it in its full force. I didn't want you to see a little sample today. So do you guys like seeing this all on like what your sample will look like instead of a smaller one this week? I hope you like it. I like seeing how they come along like this. I know I was kind of making some smaller abbreviated ones. The last 2 weeks I did talk about some cast-ons and everything. I don't want to bore y'all going over that again. So, all right. I really love this one so much. It's like one of these new favorite stitches. Like it's been there, just never done it before. And I'm excited about it. I'm sorry. I'm going to take a little coffee break here for a second. If you're just joining on and you notice it sound weird, it's because I've been sick. So I am, and I'm also running out of yarn too, because this was a sample and I didn't gauge enough yarn. So I'm going to have to do something I don't want to do. And I'm just going to go ahead and just add it in like this. Okay. Add in yarn. So, excuse me. Okay, I gotta get some coffee. Hold on. So sorry. I have been to the doctor, y'all. So do not fear. All right. Oh, am I knitting? I'm knitting. I totally messed up my thing. Okay, y'all are paying attention to me and I'm not. I just added in that yarn and I knitted it, and that's not right because it's supposed to be purled. So y'all probably caught that. All right, let me do that again. It's purled. See? I'm very distracted. Slap my hand. All the people who commented on it and said, she's not purling. Okay, you hold it in the back. Purl. We are purling on the even rows, and my even rows are going left to right. And we're knitting on the odd rows, which are right to left. All right, and then we're going to change color, but we don't cut anything. So coming to the end here, I'm going to purl this last stitch here. All right, and now I'm just going to grab my yarn from the bottom. See how that works? And I'm just twisting it up the side. See that? It just twists up the side when I continuously pull it in the same way each time. So I'm going to work my first stitch, which is knit 1. So with C, this is my contrast C color, which is a nice contrasting color, and yours may not be, but I'm going to knit that stitch, and now I'm going to slip behind this gray. Now, did you notice in the first row, I said, you notice how this gray is gray? It doesn't change here. When you come here, you'll see that this sandy color is going to remain the same as well. And then we come down here, there's a gray over here that's not going to get changed either. So you're going to see this pattern continue and develop. Let's see, we're going to knit 1, 2, 3, slip behind the peg, knit 1, 2, 3, slip behind the peg, knit. You see that happening there? So you see how it's continuing to, now we've shifted the pattern over where it was 1, 2, 3 in gray and then skip 1, 2, 3 in gray. So what's happening is on the back here, well, this is actually our right side, this is what is working up. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So if you're just joining me, this is what we're making today. It's really cool. I think it looks like a piece of fabric I've seen at the store, you know, like in a cotton or something, or even like a woven fabric, really, you know, like a woven. You could do like a jacket or something. I've got some ideas already, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying, I've got ideas. So it's very cool. So you're just skipping. It's all you're doing. You're just not knitting part of the stitches the whole way across. And then on the way back, it's the same thing. You're just purling though on the way back. Now for the knitters, for the needle or the hand knitters, they don't have to purl this week. And so, but there's a video on that. You can see that on the blog, what theirs looks like. But I actually went into, if you are knitting with the needles, I actually go into mistakes that can be made and how to fix those mistakes, because on needles it can be easier to just go along and get complacent and kind of miss something, and you really having a way to fix that or recognize how to fix it, or fixing it on the row back. And so I went over that, and I hope that people enjoy it and know that it's there. So if you do see somebody on the Stitch Along page say, hey, I have a mistake, be like, go back and look at the video. Kristen totally has a fix for you. And no one's going to be left out in the rain, okay? You've got help. But the loom knitting, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's simple. Okay, so we come to the last one and we just knit that. Okay, so remember at the end last time there was 3 of this dark gray color, and now there's just this one at the end. So now it's completely shifted over. All you do for row 4, you work your way back and you are purling the same stitches you just did. So just purl and then slip it to the back and then purl 1, 2, and 3, and then slip it to the back. Okay, that's it. And you just continue on to the very end, and then you'll have an end peg here that gets it with that one, and then you begin again with A, and you can just rewind this video back later on the replay. So it's pretty awesome. All right, can we give a round of hand for the slip stitch tweed section? Thank you so much to Joanne Gay. She's been working so hard on this. She worked out all the kinks. I get to look like a rock star because, well, Joanne is the rock star. So let's give her some love. Let's give credit where credit's due. She did it first. I just get to show you. And we are a team here. She works for Good Knit Kisses. We are a team. But I have to say, I'm proud of our team members. They're awesome. Carol and Joe. Yeah. So let me put the screen back. Ooh, y'all don't want that light on. That's harsh. I'm so sorry. Hold on. All right. Well, no matter where you are in this process, whether you are starting on clue number 1 or you are already going on with clue 3, be sure and just snap a quick picture. Okay. Snap it, go outside and, if it's good day, then go do that. Go, snap it in your home, out and about, wherever, and show us working on it. I would love to see your progress. Everybody else there would love to see your progress. Be sure and give us the hashtag, Good Knit Kisses, and hashtag handmade with Joanne. If you are loom knitting, you're welcome to write hashtag loom knit. I mean, hey, why not? And, yeah, loom knitting rocks. This is the best. Hey, Heather, we're working on the stitch along for this week in this really cool stitch. I see you just now jumping on. I also have the Step It Up knit shawl, which will be happening, and you'll be able to use a 3/8 gauge loom on this. So that will be happening later on this week. I will tell you that I'm going to grab this here. Excuse me. I don't know if you can get the extenders at Joann's, but The all-in-one knit, the all-in-one loom is what I'm making this on. And I actually need to change this out before I get too much further. The 20 peg, there's some 20 peg extenders that go on here to get you more stitches. And you can do this shawl. It just won't be as long with these stitches on here, but I'm going to get the 20 peg extenders. Now you don't have to use all the pegs on them, but it gets you where you need to be. So you can check and see if Joann has those extenders. If not, you can get the whole loom at Joann's and get the extenders online. So if you already know that you would like to do this on the loom and you don't have a 3/8 loom that goes up to, you probably, on the loom, it depends upon the gauge you're getting. You might need about 120 or 130 stitches, and it's like 106 on this loom. So anyway, I know that when I was flat knitting, I'm not flat knitting, knitting, it gets a little tighter. And so I'm thinking that, so it draws up that length a little bit. So I'm thinking that you would want to get those 20 peg extenders. Yeah, and it's knit in a flat panel back and forth. So if you have some other loom that'll get you there on the 3/8, then do that. And then you need Karen cake. So let's see. Yes, where am I? I'm going to scroll back and see if we have some notes or comments here. Robin, I see you joined us late. Welcome. Susan says, love your help. I have so many looms to hunt for and patterns. Yes. Oh, yeah. There's tons of stuff out there. Oh, also, you've got the brioche knit cowl that's behind me. It's now on needles and on the loom. Not this one. These. Okay. So this is the brioche knit cowl, and you can see I tried a different kind of colorway right there next to it. This is something else entirely. Actually, that's for my daughter. Let's see, Eva, I see you jumped on. Hopefully you got your question answered. Joanne says, this is so easy. It seems like many of these stitch patterns are actually easier on the loom than on needles. I hope that continues. Absolutely, yeah. It is so much easier on the loom. And we are going to have, and the clue 4 will be out, of course, next week. And then weeks 5 and 6 we'll continue on all that fun. So we may have to do a little tweak on the loom at a later time, but right now it looks absolutely identical. In fact, I think it's easier. And yeah. Let's see. Oh, Ellie, thank you for the feel betters. Allison says, can this be done on a smaller loom? Absolutely. You can do this on a smaller loom. You will probably need to, I mean, if your gauge is, if you need more stitches per inch, you are going to need to cast on, more. Look at the gauge on that, make a gauge swatch, match it up. You may have to double your stitches. Make sure if there's an even number used, if there's an odd number used, use an odd number. So if you double that number, you're going to have to add one more to it, or take one away, because we need to make sure that that repeat is correct. I believe it just needs to be an odd number for those. Yes. If we have a little trouble, ask Joanne and post it on that the stitch along page. And Joanne, tell her that you are loom knitting, and she's working on a smaller gauge, so she should be able to help you if you're doing this all during the stitch along time. If you're on replay much later on, you're going to want to go to that page and check through all the notes there. Because we won't be able to follow it all times, and like next year I don't think we'll be answering questions, obviously, but we will in this next 6 weeks or so. Let's see. Okay, and Joanne's talking about, and she's answering your question in there. I'll let her answer that. Carol says, awesome stitch. Ellie is applauding. Thanks, Kristen and Joanne. Elizabeth says, yeah, so we are, yes, I have not got to read up on everything. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, there is stuff happening in Las Vegas, and I don't know all the details right now. I think it happened in the middle of the night, right? But yes, please pray for people in Vegas. I want to say Tammy is near Vegas. I need to check on some people this morning. So, Martha, you've got so many lovely projects. Do you ever get so confused you don't know if you're coming or if you're coming or going. Yeah, absolutely. I have, if I look hard enough, I've got 5 projects at least on my table here that you can't see. I'm like, I got to film that. I got that. I got that. Yeah. So I have some things coming up. Now, you guys, I have been trying really hard with Joanne. Let's see if I can get this. Sorry, I got to turn this light off. It's killing me. It's really bugging me. I have been, we've been trying to make loom patterns with needles and try and keep up. I just can't get to everything. And so it's hard because I want to please you guys when you ask, oh, can I get a loom pattern with that? And, you know, I know you put the needle one out. Can we get a loom? And I can't always do it or do it immediately. And so, know that my heart is there. I'm trying to catch up. There's a lot to do. So, anyway, we're trying. I've got some other patterns coming up. I think you'll be able to keep up with them on the loom because they're simple. Some of these are simple that are going to be coming up. Not simple, but be simpler on the loom. So anyway, I'm working on that. What else do I need to tell you? The giveaway will be coming. I can get you more details later on, and we've got some time for that. Be sure and check out goodknitKisses.com's blog and check out all the lovely articles and things there. There's oodles of information there. There's oodles of free patterns. We also have the Pattern Deal Patrol, which is a great page that's curated by Christy, and she is out on the lookout for free deals, for discount deals on patterns. So if you are just like a hoarder of patterns, but it's digital and you feel better because it's not like you've got them all printed out everywhere. If you like to go see that, she's got them curated like in different categories for needle and crochet and loom knitting, but even other subcategories as well. So that's a really great page. If you've seen that, hit the little love button and let everybody else know because it's really good. Great stuff this week, Becky says. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Oh, thank you. It's a multiple of 4 plus 3. See, this is why she's there with me. She's part of my brain. See, I knew it was different. I was like, that doesn't sound right if I say it's just an odd number. Let's see. Instead of a round loom, can it be a straight loom? Absolutely. Yeah, as long as you have the amount of stitches. Yeah, on the knit along, the loom along. Yeah, it just doesn't need to be connected. So it can be done on a straight or rectangular or square loom. Yeah. Message Joanne Gay if you have questions on stitch counts, and or you can message us at Good Knit Kisses and just write Joanne. So on Facebook we have Facebook Messenger, and she can get those messages as well. So that's fine. Let's see, because if you go to her, it might. If you're friends with her on there online, then that works. But it might go to her other Facebook messages if you don't. Oh, Gail, you missed it. Your phone died. I'm sorry. Okay. You don't see extensions at Joanne's online. Okay, you'll have to go onto kblooms.com, and it should be under accessories. So that's where you would find that. But make sure that you're getting them to match the gauge. It's 3/8. Yes, 3/8 to match the gauge for the all-in-one loom. Okay, that's not for the 28. The 28-inch loom. Oh, shoot, almost. Sorry, I hit something funny. Hey, Lisa, you need to get back to the blanket. Got distracted by other whips. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, be sure and write them down below, or join us over at the Bernat Blanket Stitch Along page, and join us with Joanne's. Be sure and get your yarn there. And if you need to know an alternate yarn, you can use Bernat Softy Chunky, Karen Simply Soft, Karen 1 pound. You know, all those are going to work. You just have to change your gauge. You have to change your loom. So I'm so glad you joined me today. It's great to see you. We'll see you later on. And this week we'll have more patterns released at Good Knit Kisses. I hope you have a great day and happy knitting and crochet. Love y'all.